Okay, perfect, guys. Welcome to the Nutrition Talk, guys, with 5 Element Fitness. Like I just said before, if you have any questions whatsoever throughout this call, just put your hand up. There is a little chat bar in the bottom right corner, and if you get stuck, we'll have a little bit of a Q&A at the end. But throughout, if you have any questions, just let me know, and then we can definitely help that throughout, guys. So, as you guys know, our motto is, 80% nutrition, 20% exercise, and 100% mindset, guys. And obviously tonight, what we're really going to be covering is all about that nutrition. Nutrition, guys, if you don't back up the exercise with great nutrition, then the results is just not going to come, guys, okay? So these topics, guys, are very, very simple, but something that I think everyone needs to either go over and go over again. A lot of this you actually should have learned throughout the challenge so far. So if you would have seen Shani posting a daily link, that will take you to your challenge information. So guys, if you haven't been following that, I definitely recommend going back through and reading that information because a lot of this is on that. I just have to mute some people. Mute. Perfect. Okay, so your BMR, guys. Your BMR is your basic metabolic rate. So everyone has a certain amount of calories that your body needs. Now, guys, your BMR is something that your coach will be able to sit down with you and go through that with you. But as a very basic thumb, mine is about 2,500. Now, what your BMR means is that's how many calories that you need to consume without doing any exercise or without moving at all. So, guys, you always want to make sure that you are below your BMR because obviously, I have the mindset where it's calories in versus calories out. Your RDI is your recommended daily intake. Now, guys, this is about your vitamins and minerals and your protein intake, guys. So protein is something that you'll hear a lot about, something that the coaches will definitely preach a lot. And as you can see, guys, in that left corner, for every snack, you want about 10 to 15 grams per snack and about 20 to 30 grams per meal. Now, guys, this is very basic. And obviously, you can go over. You don't never really want to go under. You always want to go over on your protein because what protein actually does, guys, is it makes you feel fuller for longer. Now, a lot of people, when they start trying to lose weight, get very hungry because you're trying to go under your calories. Where protein helps you actually get to that next meal. And obviously, as most people pretty much already know, obviously helps with holding on to that muscle, which everyone always wants to do, guys. As you can see there, 2 to 3 liters should be the minimum water that you are drinking each day. Obviously, you always want to be eating within 30 minutes of getting up because it actually starts to activate your metabolism, and eating every 2 to 3 hours. So guys, I know some people only have set times when they can eat. So guys, obviously 2 to 3 hours, if you don't eat for 4 hours, that is fine, but you really don't want to be missing meals because if you're missing meals, that more than likely means that you're actually going to overeat when you get to that next meal. And guys, if you do that, it becomes very hard to be hitting those calories because when you get hungry, you obviously really tend to go to bad foods or very carb heavy foods, guys. This is a very basic meal plan. Now, obviously, this will go into a lot more detail as we down the track, guys. But this is a very basic timing. Obviously, like I said before, everyone's going to have different timings and when they can eat. But if you can pretty much stick to this, you're going to do pretty well, guys. Because obviously, that 6 meals is always optional, depending if you're hungry or not. But, if you always want to try and get into that habit of eating every 2 to 3 hours, where a lot of people, when they first start, they usually only eat at their main meals and they go, why am I getting results? Now, guys, you're probably not getting results because when you get to your main meals, you're probably overeating. And, that's where it can become very dangerous very quickly. So, guys, this is something that you should always follow. And as you can see, protein, and more protein. It's going to help with everything, guys. So guys, a full balanced meal. This is, I know a lot of people have probably seen this in the past, and obviously, once again, it is just a, protocol to try and follow because it's obviously going to help you with that. But guys, you obviously want to have your 40% of veggies, always try and fill up on veggies. That's going to be the smartest option. It's going to make you feel fuller as well. I always try and have so many veggies because it just helps. And I know some people don't like them, but it's about finding those ones that you do enjoy. Protein's always on it, guys. 25%. Complex carbs, complex carbs, guys, as you can sort of see there, The one I always try and aim for is sweet potato. Sweet potato is like my go-to complex carb, but even like oats are also a very decent option as well, guys. So guys, protein snacks. So protein snacks is, like I said before, snacking seems to be where a lot of people struggle with. Now, protein snacks, I think people really try and overthink this here. And, there's a lot of options that you can have, and it's just about experimenting and finding what you enjoy. Because if you don't wake up every day and enjoy what you eat, it's going to be very difficult to be hitting those results, because after 2 weeks or after 4 weeks or after 2 months, you're going to go back to the way you were. So guys, obviously with all these fine options that you do enjoy, my go-to, I don't know if anyone wants to post any good snack ideas in the chat bar, because I know for me, I'm a big yogurt fan. I love almonds. Almonds do be very mindful, guys, very high in calories. So, you really don't get a lot of bang for your buck, because, I think it's about every 14 is about 100 calories, which realistically doesn't really actually make you feel too full. But you guys have any snack options, just post them in the chat, guys. I would love to see some. And obviously eggs is a good one as well. You can boil them for the week, and it obviously helps with that, guys. Sorry, I just have to mute some people. If you guys join, just try and mute yourself, guys. That would be amazing. Okay, so this is something that I think a lot of people really struggle with. Now, during the week, I know I've sometimes fallen into this trap. During the week, you can, when you're in your routine, it's very easy to stay on track. But when it comes to the weekend, you can blow out very easily. Obviously, with the weekend, that means usually when most people try and aim to go out or do things with friends and family. And as you can see there, guys, if their maintenance calories is 2,300 throughout the week, they're going under by 500. As you can see there, never go below 1,200. 1,200 should be the dead set, the lowest anyone ever goes. If it ever says to go below that, don't. 1,200, guys, is a very low amount of calories to be consuming. And you'll be able to find out your BMR down the track, guys. The basics of reading labels. This is something where, it can be very dangerous when you're out in the shops. And I know a lot of people aren't very confident with this. Now, reading labels is, these days, everything's like low fat, low sugar. So, it is very hard to have a good understanding in regards to labeling. But guys, these are just some examples of what we've sort of found. And obviously we'll go over MyFitnessPal as well, because it's a very good tool to use when you first start trying to lose weight, guys. So guys, this is a very basic label that you'll read. You always, at the top there, guys, it says your serving size. Be very mindful of this. This is where a lot of foods are very sneaky. And sometimes the serving sizes, you might think that the stats aren't too bad, but it's a serving size that you've got to look out for. Now, obviously, checking your calories. The hard thing, and this is where a lot of people fall down in, is drinking. They drink their calories. Now, this is the backing of like a vitamin water, and that will be the next one that I'll go. But obviously a lot of sugary drinks is very high in calories, guys. And yes, it's called vitamin water, but it's really not a good option at all. And you obviously always want to be trying to aim for water when you can, guys. Reading the labels through here, guys, you've got your nutrition, you've got your fiber sense, you're getting your nutrition, and just understanding labels and understanding that the sugar content. Sugar can be very dangerous and very, very addictive. So it's something you want to be very mindful of. This next one always blows my mind, guys. I always see so many people that, have an addiction to soft drink. And as you can see there, guys, the amount of sugar that is in a can of Coke is ridiculous. That has 39 grams of sugar, guys. That is a lot. And obviously if you're consuming 140 calories is really not a smart option at all for you guys. And if you guys struggle with, or you have a soft drink addiction, guys, just talk to your coach about that. And that's something we can definitely help you with. So this is what I was saying before, vitamin water. This is one that people always ask me. And, I don't know if it's a misconception because it's got vitamin in the name and water, but yes, it does have some vitamins in it. But, once again, you guys, you can see that label, 31 grams of sugar. That's where it's going to be the killer. Yes, it might taste good, but, it's really not a smart option. You always want to be trying to stick to water when you can, guys. Guys, we put a food one on here because this is probably the go-to yogurt that I always recommend. It's either YoPro or Chobani Fit, very similar in regard to their stats. But as you can see, guys, it's got 15 grams of protein, very low in fat, yes, it does have a little bit of carbs and a little bit of sugar, but that protein content is higher. So this is something you want to be looking out for. Always trying to make sure the food that you are consuming has a decent amount of protein, and that is a very good amount in that, guys. And this one comes in a lot of flavors. YoPro, I think, is my favorite. And obviously you want to try and find those ones that you enjoy. And this photo in itself is I guess a bit of a wake-up call sometimes to people, because, you know, I don't think people have enough understanding of what sugar is in what you consume. And it can add up very, very quickly. Like we've already mentioned about Coke, but you've got Red Bull there, soft drinks, and, you know, orange juices. You know, I know as a kid, I used to have a lot of orange juice, but it pretty much blows my mind when you look at that, at how much sugar it is. And it's definitely something to be self-aware about, guys. MyFitnessPal. So guys, this is a tool that I try and get everyone to use. It's an app, it's a free app. So you've got nothing to lose. Start download, you know, I definitely recommend downloading this. It's a good tool to use to, like I was talking about earlier, about once you figure out your BMR, you know, and we'll be able to post some tools on how to figure that out. You want to try and use MyFitnessPal. Now, MyFitnessPal is very, very great because it obviously shows, it tells you how many calories that you're consuming. Obviously with this, it's pretty spot on, or I think it's very, very solid, and it's a good app to use. And it's something to use. I really try and get a lot of beginners to do it. Now, I know some people get obsessed with counting calories and, you know, get over obsessed with it, but you want to just use it as a tool. You know, don't get so obsessed that everything is counting it down to the T. Guys, if you just put you know, an estimate, or, you know, it's obviously very easy when you've got, you know, packaged goods, but when you're trying to cook it, that's when it becomes a little bit difficult. And I really don't want people weighing their food, because one, it's not very enjoyable, and you want to enjoy what you're doing. So guys, this is you know, a little bit of a snapshot of what MyFitnessPal looks like. So obviously, you know, it's really cool because it shows you how many calories you're eating. So you can set that in MyFitnessPal. So like I said before, my calories that I need to consume a day is 2,500. Now, if I wanted to be losing weight, I'd be probably about 300 to 500 below that. And the cool thing is, it's actually going to be able to show that, and it's going to be able to track it. And you know, obviously, when you first start, it becomes very hard because you really are just guessing. And this is why it helps to until you're at a stage where you know what you're putting in your body. And it also helps because it shows you how many like carbs, fats, proteins, and sugars that you're having. So, like I said before, you know, you're not in the dark, sort of thing. And this is what it looks like on your phone. So when you're on your phone, guys, this is really cool. So it obviously shows you like that plate that we had before, but you obviously want to have high protein, you know, mid-range. And this is a good macro split to follow, guys. So about 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fats. If you sort of stick to that, you're going to be doing pretty good, guys. Obviously, it's going to help you a lot to be able to see that and track that every single day. So guys, if you haven't already, definitely download it. And if you have any troubles with it, just talk to your coach. So guys, this is also the cool thing, like I was saying before, it actually shows you, obviously, as you're tracking all your food during the day, it's gonna show you, you know, all these other things that you probably don't even actually know about. You know, and it can help a lot because, you know, sometimes you get confused, and, you know, these fats and trans fats and, you know, cholesterol is obviously a big one, and it's good to know that you're over. But guys, that's sort of the end of the nutrition talk. I know that was very, very quick, but if you guys ever have any questions at all, you know, talk to your coach, talk to us, because guys, you got to remember, we're here to help. We really want you guys to get results. You know, we understand nutrition is so, so important. So guys, if you have any questions, I don't think there was any questions, which is amazing. That means you guys are going to kill it. Oh, there is some questions. Give me a second. I love hummus and crackers with smoked salmon. I love that. Yes, YoPro, perfect. Fave snack is Chobani. Yep, Chobani is a good one. Sorry, the app is called MyFitnessPal. Thank you, Zoe, for helping Nikki out. So guys, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat bar. We'll leave it for a couple of minutes and see if you guys have any. Guys, really, this is a time to ask anything. There is no silly questions. You know, realistically, I know some people get afraid about asking questions, but guys, that's how you learn. You learn by asking. Obviously, you guys are on the call tonight for a reason. So guys, get the most out of it as you can. It's good that everyone likes YoPro because YoPro is yummy. Guys, ask some questions if you can, if you have any questions. Otherwise, I assume that you are going to kill it, and there's no reason why you can't be getting your awesome results. Awesome. Scott's like adding the walnuts. Yeah, perfect. I do admit you've got to be very mindful with walnuts, very sneaky in regards to how many calories they have. A lot of nuts variation is very sneaky. You know, they're very, you don't really get it. They're not really that filling, and they're very high in fat. Who is Pixel 3? Lol. Guys, if you ask any questions, we will, we'll leave it for another minute or so, guys. If you're watching the recording of this afterwards, you can just post them questions under below in the comments, guys, and we can definitely come and help you with that. Okay, guys, looks like there's no more questions. When's the challenge party? Awesome question. So this is the challenge party, guys, is this coming weekend. You would have seen that there was a poll created actually. So guys, go to the Facebook group. I don't know when we're confirming the date. I'd imagine it'll be over the next coming days. I think 5 p.m. seems to be the winner at the moment, but 1 p.m. is followed very closely. So guys, go and comment on that and pick your time, because obviously you want to make sure. Okay, guys, well, I think that's it. So guys, if you have no other questions, that is it. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I'm going to hand it over to Caroline now, because Caroline is going to drop some game-changing breaking news, guys. So hand it over to Caroline.
Woo! Hi, guys. So breaking news, super stoked to use these. As you guys know, a big part of what we do here is some heart rate training with our HIIT workouts. So we use heart rate monitors to be able to track where you're currently sitting at to make sure you're not over or under training. So that being said, drum roll again. Boom! Check these out. So we're really excited. We're going to start actually this week. Yes, this week. We're going to start loaning them out to you guys. You guys can test them out. At the moment, currently, we are only doing 5 per class. So it is a first come, first serve. So if you'd like to test one out this week, please arrive about 15 minutes early so we can get you all set up. Other than that, more breaking news. Boom. We're also taking pre-orders for the heart rate monitors. Super exciting. You'll be able to pick them up coming next Monday. And then even on that Monday, we have even more exciting news, but I can't tell you yet. It's a secret. So thank you guys so much. Please, again, if you are thinking about loaning out a heart rate monitor, please arrive early so we can get you guys all set up. Any questions about heart rate monitors, please put them in the comment box. I think that's it. Thanks, guys. Let's check out the chat.
We got a thumbs up by Nikki.
Thumbs up, Nikki. Sweet.
So guys, like Caroline said, if you have any questions, just let us know. This will be recorded if you want to go back and watch over it. But guys, make sure you're voting on that poll to make sure that you can get that challenge party. Do we buy the heart rate monitors? Yep. Yes. So like Caroline said, there will be pre-orders, but over the next coming weeks, you're going to be able to test them out. So you'll be able to see them in person, to be able to see how they work and see those cool...
those heart monitors. Yeah. So currently 109 is where they're sitting at. But keep in mind with that, you also get a couple extra goodies, which is the secret as well. Do they link with another app for cycling as well?
You'll be able to take it home. So with the heart rate monitors, guys, you know, these they can be used at home. So obviously if you want to work out at home, or you run or you cycle, then you're obviously going to be able to get that benefit as well, because you're going to be able to see how many calories you're burning, how hard you were working once you're doing that exercise as well. So you can get a lot of use out of it, guys. And I haven't used one myself, but I've definitely seen Caroline using it. It's a really cool, it's an awesome tool, and it's something that is, you know, a game changer, guys, because, you know, a lot of other things and gyms and fitness things out there don't use them. And it really makes it shows you how hard you're working, because, you know, when you come, sometimes you don't, you know, you're thinking, did I work hard that session? Well, you're going to be able to see, and it's going to be, might be a little bit of a wake up call to maybe push that little bit harder. And obviously at the end of every session, it sends you a report to your email, which is even more awesome. So you can track those results as well.
Yeah, you guys will be able to see your results over time, so we can kind of see where you're sitting at, what kind of changes we might need to be able to make for you guys to make sure that you are actually reaching your goals. So it's a great tool that we'll be able to provide to you guys, so you can actually see great benefits based off of what your goals are. Super exciting.
Awesome, guys. So make sure that you're coming early, because it is first in, first serve. So obviously I think it's starting tomorrow, which is super exciting. So guys, come early before the session, because we do have to set you up for them. It's not just going to be a matter of rocking up and putting it on. There is a little bit of setup for it. And I know everyone's been excited. The few people I've been telling about it, and guys, you're going to get excited once you see it, because it's wicked. It's so awesome. So guys, I hope you guys got a lot out of tonight. Like I said, if you have any questions after this, or you think of any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Even when you come into the sessions, ask questions then, guys. But have a great night. It's been a pleasure talking, and we'll upload the recording later. So guys, I'll see you soon. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. There's some waving. See you later.
Bye.
Yay.